Hey everybody. A lesson learned. I'm probably not going to stream as if I'm going to do a very long-ish stream. I should probably not make it any longer than 8 hours because the last really big stream we had last week, YouTube hasn't been able to process it yet. So there's dealing with that. Alright. Last time we actually what do we got left with the travel log? Nothing really. We'll do that later. I get that going at the very least. Yeah. Um hmm. Yeah, we'll go to all this some later. General knowledge reader. Clues, orc, moonlull, lightpaw, ghost, mechatrons. Huh. God, that go to sleep freaking variant. Oh, this is the whole entire okay. It's like a gigantic list of do's and don'ts for Graphia Academy. Forbidden bookshelf. Touch the screen. Let's see what we got. Oh, hey, I see that.
Where are we now?
This place looks just like any other classroom. But something's off.
Let's look around. Okay. A trailblazer who leapt through time. Blackboards need erasers, humans need sleep, and toxic memories need to be forgotten. There's a notebook in the desk with a sticky note attached to a picture calendar. 50th anniversary preparations. Purchase streamers, lanterns, sudden exhibition planning. 840716. Oh, there's the waves. Aha! Give me that.
Looks good.
What kind of opening noise was that? That was a freaky. We can unlock this. This is opened up. Oh, we couldn't go here before. And they're hopping somewhere.
So this is where they stashed the wave. Did you hear something?
I did.
I think I heard someone laughing.
Something's not right. Is there something hidden here?
Chalk marks gleam fresh on one side of the blackboard, as if just written today. Arcadian calendar, July 2nd, 1984. On duty, Belle Foolish.
July 22nd, 1984? Belle? Could this classroom
boss Himiko? Right, she used to be a gang leader.
It really is you, Senior. You look so different. We almost didn't recognize you. Still, that dashing aura of yours simply can't be obscured. I, and so many of us, we've been here, waiting all this time.
I'm so sorry. I was gone too long. It's unforgivable that I never came back to visit you all.
You apologizing so seriously? That's not like you at all, Senior.
Yeah. After all this time, the least I can do is smile. But all of you are already dead.
Himiko? These students... who are they?
They're the shadows cast by my past regrets. Young lives buried here by a tragic accident.
What?
Oh no, Senior, he's here. That thing is coming.
Wait, what did you just say?
Everyone, hide! We mustn't let that monster find us. Run, Senior. The Herald of Death is back. No.
The Herald of Death? Classroom door closed before you knew it, you were standing in the hallway. Classroom door won't budge an inch no matter how much force you apply to it. The gap in the door seems filled with an impenetrable darkness, and you can't see a thing. You hear what sounds like light raindrops gently falling on the window. In the classroom, someone carefully paced around, treading across the sticky floor, like a painter walking on spilled paints scattered all over the ground.
We've got the wave now. Time to regroup with Welt and the others.
But these students...
You can't save them. They're already ghosts. It wasn't Sparksy who attacked them, but something far more cruel. And they didn't die in the present, but during a certain twilight 15 years ago.
Oop.
We can't change their fates.
They died during the last time the games occurred.
However, this definitely isn't some kind of time travel to the past. Someone created this space for unknown reasons, only to reenact before an eyewitness the bloodbath at Graphia Academy from the Phantasmoon games 15 years ago. That's right. But that has nothing to do with the enemy we're facing right now. I know you have a lot of questions now, but we'll have time to talk about all this in detail after we deal with Sparksy. Come on. It's time for us to meet up with Welt. He just messaged and said he and March found the missing Furbonana reporter, Bana, and the final landscape painting.
Come on, we just had a serious moment and now you lean in with the banana. Come on. I know this game, I know Saria likes to be a little lighthearted within the darker moments, but come on. I mean, how hard you push, door won't budge. Let's go. Oh, coins. Don't mind if I do. Are you available to play yet? No, you're not. Baloney. I like how the coins started reappearing too. Couldn't I have just done this? I should have done that, but whatever. And they are fighting all over the place. Oh, we haven't been here before. You okay, Mr. Furbo?
Good thing we got here in time, or you would have ended up as a target practice dummy.
Beep boop. This Furbo nearly bit the dust. President, you're here. You're gonna give this Furbo some hazard pay, right?
You didn't even finish the job. Mr. Furbo here said the students put the moon inside the gymnasium. These moons, they're everywhere.
Sparksy must have given the moon to one of the emotes to look after.
She really went all out, didn't she? The whole gym's full of moons. Now what?
Be it Sparkle or Sparksy, both are equally just as headache-inducing. All right, everyone. Let's round up these emotes and take a look.
Okay. Search the emojis for fragments of World Breaker waves. There is something secretive here that we're supposed to find, too. I remember that at least. Let's get some more Stellar Jade. Can we go through here yet? No. A high mighty emoji is stuck fast in the basketball hoop, perched like there like a monarch upon a throne. It gazes down coldly at the frantic bustle of your efforts below. You eyeballing me, emoji. Its gaze shifts awkwardly away, but a smug grin sneaks onto its lips as if thinking, "You've got no knees. Good luck reaching for the moon."
Sneaky laugh. It probably does know where the moon is hiding. But how are we meant to even reach the thing?
Just press a button. Whoa! Let's go through. I guess it's that simple.
The gym. I've missed this. There was a time when I really envied those classmates who could sprint across the field, giving it their all.
Hey! If winter never came, would it turn up? Okay! I wanted to read that, but whatever. Oh, I can climb on this cloud. Okay, cool. Give me all that and then some. I know we're going to be reaching the end of the story event soon, so... I gotta say, we still have, like every other new world that we come into, we have a lot more questions than answers. Pop. And boop. There we go. I will say the music is, as always, top-notch. An interplanetary jumper mechanism gates with indicator lights on them. These gates can only be opened by activating all indicator lights, each of which is linked to a pressure-triggered button, and pressing the button will activate its corresponding light anchor. Pressure-triggered buttons come in two colors. The blue ones will not pop back up after being activated, while the purple ones will automatically pop up after being activated. Okay. Jump. Aha! Give me old stuff. Not... From what we've learned so far of Himiko, no, she seemed very outgoing, very tough. She liked to fight. It seems like her presence...
Not quite.
Yeah.
I'd already graduated by the time I started feeling this way. Due to some circumstances, I went back to my father's school to work.
I see. Badoop. Hey! Going down. Okay, let's head back up. Because that's the only way we're going to get any progress. Anything else for us? No. Oh, that's how we're supposed to reach it. Okay, cool. I didn't realize we were going to get so much jump off of that spring. There we go.
One good jump, and we should be able to reach that emoji.
Oh, it's a proud emoji. I knew there was something hidden back here. I will say this is probably one of my favorite parts of this event, of the story beat so far of the new planet. These jumping challenges, they've been oh so entertaining. Slam dunk. Boop. And with that, we've got our hands on the third part of the scenery, the moon.
All right. Time to settle the score with Sparksy.
My bat's been itching for some action.
Since Sparksy dared to target the Astral Express, treating us like stepping nanostones in the Phantasmoon games, she had better be ready to become a spoil of war herself.
Stepping
He and
nanostones!
I will head to the atrium next, piece the imaginated landscape back together, and help Sparkle take down Sparksy. Welt, March, I'm counting on you to protect the students at the Academy. Delphbrook's waves should suppress the mimetic contamination they're experiencing, but they might panic and run into the combat area. This time, I truly hope no innocent people get hurt during the Phantasmoon games.
Don't worry, Miss Himeko. Mr. Yang and I have got this. You better give that girl a taste of her own medicine for messing with us like some comedy act.
Let's go. Okay. I don't think everything's still kind of locked down here, so there really isn't much else we can do. So let's go do what we need to do.
Sparkle and Sparksy are gone. And the students too?
If you think you've got this in the bag, you're in for a rude awakening. Sparksicon hasn't even started.
Da-da-da-da! Time for your SparksyCon grand finale! Because I, the Nameless of the Astral Express, will challenge you as a fellow supplicant and crush your elation.
Challenge me? I'd love to fight you.
Hurry up and put the scenery pieces together.
Gotta love how he's a lot more vocal now, too. That is kind of what I've enjoyed over the past few updates. Ow.
Soon. There will only be one sparkle in the world. Or maybe everyone will be one.
Take the wave.
During my transformation! Despicable! Too bad. The awesome was all around. I hereby declare the first battle of the Fantasy Supplement has commenced!
Oh, this is gonna rock. Oh. Oh, we finally get to encounter this battle without it being, without encountering it a little too early through that other mode, huh? Let's go.
I choose you.
Oh, that works out honestly, because you're already, yeah,
Trust me.
you already got fire weakness on you, so we could just go at it. Yeah. Of course that didn't break. Why wouldn't it not break? No mere nameless. This nameless has journeyed far and wide. This nameless has accumulated power from every travel. Ooh.
Where the heck did she drag me to?
Help Sam. Don't worry, your wife's got it, dude.
Did everyone really take good care of Sparksicle?
See you later.
So beautiful.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent. Mountains move, dragons rise.
Set to the sea of
Not everyone wants to be you. I'll show them my illusion.
Sparksicle isn't over yet.
Stop her! She's trying to escape into the crowd!
And gone.
No need to panic, you two. Sunday will share my vision with you. Let my eye of Ishvara see through it all.
Ooh,
Clear as day.
I love this.
I see where the culprit is. Not you.
And good night.
Are you okay?
Ooh.
Where did everyone go?
Look over here.
General Yao Guang? Am I seeing things?
We're just attuned to each other, that's all. Feeling dizzy? Don't worry, it's just a minor side effect.
Minor, huh?
When I first opened my eyes, I couldn't even conduct basic self-care for nearly a month. Don't worry, though. With my reinforcement, you'll be back to normal in a moment.
Thank you, General. By the way, above your head.
Can you see the sign above my head?
Ooh.
So, whether it brings weal or woe, whether it changes or not, please keep this secret safe from me. Don't let me know, and don't let anyone else, okay?
Can't Sunday see your sign?
I'm afraid not. As an observer, your gaze reaches far deeper than his.
What's in it for me?
Hey, I went out of my way to help you here. Can't you give me a discount? Consider it good karma.
What are you afraid of?
In that fleeting moment, your eyes gained insight into my destiny. For those who wish to defy their own destiny, the best approach is to avoid gazing too long into fate, especially not letting powerful observers do so. Now that you know the reason, surely you'll do me the small favor and keep this secret?
I will keep this a secret.
Thanks. And of course, be careful not to let it slip. Or else. I'll tell everyone all about your true identity. You're a former Stellaron hunter, aren't you? Oh, just imagine the chain reaction that would cause. I don't even want to think about it. Doesn't this feel like the opening scene of a comedy? Two people who barely know each other, yet they're keeping each other's destiny a secret. I guess you could say we're now partners in fate.
Not really. Him revealing that he's a Stellaron hunter? I'm thinking they kind of know, because they're kind of tied to the Stellaron hunters pretty frequently. The only time we weren't in connect with him was when we were in an entirely different world that was, like, cut off from the rest of the universe. But I digress. It doesn't seem like much of a threat to keep our
No
lips sealed.
surprise there. After all, both comedy and fortune-telling thrive on unexpected twists and turns of fate, don't they? Alright, looks like the side effects have worn off. Time for us to say goodbye.
And you? Are you okay?
What just happened?
I was so confused. I couldn't see a thing. All I remember is Sparksy and the Nameless got into a fight.
I saw everything. The Nameless from the Express smashed Sparksy right to the wall with one swing. That strength was unreal.
That was such an epic fight, as expected from a cosmic hero. That was seriously awesome.
Looks like the students have all recovered from the contamination.
Did they recover?
That's a really good question. Perfect Idol. Live Showdown. All allied targets will battle on the prime field and subfield respectively. Outside of AHA Instance, allied enemy targets on different fields cannot attack targets on the other field. During AHA Instance, installation skills can only attack enemy targets on the subfield. The live showdown will be dispelled when any of these conditions are met. Countdown ends. The subfield target character is downed. All subfield friendly units are defeated, or when there are no subfield target characters left available to battle. Good to know. I was reminded of that. What was that one anime called? I'm reminded of that anime in particular, with all the faces and stuff like that. Oh, now I remember. Ghost in the Shell. Fucking the Laughing Man. Fucking virus. Now it came back. It finally clicked. Jeez.
Sparksy probably didn't expect that the first miracle of the Phantasmoon Moon games wouldn't be everyone becomes her, but the Express hero defeats the villain spreading the virus. Compared to a streamer reflecting people's desires, the fearless trailblazer of the Astral Express is more of an attention grabber.
For better or for worse, yes. So this is the Phantasmoon games, huh?
That's right. Sometimes the supplicants work together, sometimes they clash. It's like a coin toss. No telling which side will land until the moment it hits the ground. At least this time, I hope it doesn't end in bloodshed.
What do I get if I win?
You're one step closer to an audience with Aha. Right now, all of Plain Arcadia is watching you, and all of their attention's flooding over you. And the mask you wear. Make the most of that attention. From now on, you'll represent the Trailblaze to show this world of elation what elation is.
What should we do with Sparksy?
Show mercy. Or don't. No, I'm just kidding. Lower your bat.
Or don't! Oh my god.
The audience in this Arcadia doesn't go easy on losers at the games. She'll lose her wish power soon enough, and the Sparksy virus will fizzle out. You can hand her over to the Department of Aberration Defense for imprisonment, or set her free. As a supplicant who's become the focus of all, I'm sure you've already made your decision, right?
Yeah. It's pretty easy what we should do.
And she absorbed me. I thought it was all over. Thankfully, you won the game. 1 point for the Trailblaze.
Are you really just a mask?
Who knows? But come on, doesn't that sound insanely cool? I'm totally adding this to Miss Sparkle's 132 origin stories.
What? Let me tell you guys how I got into Honkai Star Rail in the first place. It was both the combination of Acheron and Sparkle. I love her design so much. And she is such a chaotic fox. I love it. I love chaotic characters. And just the... I mean, to be fair, her design is really good. Her design is really good. The chaos just flows absolutely perfectly. And yet, I don't like fucking... Don't take that out of context. I don't like... I can't even remember her name now. It's so far out. It's so far out there now. I don't like Cyphera. I don't like her. I mean... I don't know why. I could just not gravitate towards that specific character, even though I should. She's chaotic. She's a cat girl. She's a beauty. Yes, but... I don't know. It's both halves of the same coin. Like... Either way.
Maybe we're all just masks that someone else has shed.
Tavern won't send assassins after me, right?
The tavern? They might kick up a fuss about Sparksy's defeat for a few days. Maybe some foolish hotheads might even come knocking to fight you. But trust me, give it a couple days and the tavern will act like none of it ever happened.
So what's your plan now?
If I really am a mask, then naturally I should return to my wearer's face. But if I'm not, then maybe I need to reclaim the mask I've lost.
I understand.
And now, finisher.
So, Victor, here to claim your prize? Very well. Sparksicle has no objections to that. So what'll it be? Gonna hand me off to the Department of Aberration Defense? Lock me up as a hardened criminal? But knowing you, you're not that heartless, are you? Or maybe you want to take away my streaming account as punishment? I'll livestream 24/7 and sing praises of your valor.
Hand me your mask.
All right, all right. Let what belongs to the Graphia family return to the Graphia family. But don't let this little win get to your head. You've still got a long, long way to go before we meet the laughter. We can keep working together. Better to have a friend at the Phantasm Moon Games than another enemy. Right? What? No parting words?
I'm letting Sparkle decide your fate.
How do you like this ending, Sparksicle?
Really? We're going to panty stocking route? Okay, cool.
Model. You and your powerful supporters won this one. I've got no comeback. As a mask, what do you plan to do with your original self? Who's the mask and who's the original? Shouldn't that be decided by the one left standing? Your plan is finished. Your elation has been eliminated. You're the one who should be called the old model. That elation isn't mine. It's the elation everyone chose. And besides...
I love, like, her theme just colluding with the others. It's so chaotic, yet it melts so perfectly.
Wasn't it your idea in the first place? What? You told me to leave you behind. You also told me to take the idea and its relevant memories and go chase my dream. That's totally something Miss Sparkle would do. How do you like this ending, Sparkle? How does that joke go again? Take the mask from a masked fool, and what's left but a fool? But take the fool out of a masked fool, and all that's left is the mask. Come on, Sparkle. Time to end this little charade. No show is complete without a curtain call. Shall we become one at last? Bang! Ladies and gentlemen, are you having fun? A friendly reminder from Miss Sparkle. Don't underestimate the Phantasm Moon Games. You won't get another opening act as spectacular as this Sparksicon, you know.
After the gun went off, Sparkle and Sparksy were no longer there.
Sparksy. No. Sparkle? Which one is which?
It's Aha and the Elation. You just roll with it.
Perhaps it was just a masked fool, playing a harmless trick under the watchful eyes of the gods. Or maybe she just wanted to remind us that the elation in plain Arcadia has become something even the gods no longer recognize. In any case, everything here has come to an end. We should move on and unravel the next plot.
That creepy classroom.
Indeed. I want to investigate and find out who exactly created that place and why.
Is that why that music is still going on in the
Let me know
back?
when you're ready to head out.
Let's go now. You retrace your steps back to that eerie twilight classroom.
This place. It's like nothing ever happened. The ghosts are gone.
What exactly happened back then?
15 years ago, During the last Fantasy Moon Games, I participated as a supplicant. I once believed that all it took for a supplicant to win was to show the people a magnificent miracle. And then I'd have an audience with the Eon of Elation. How foolish. How naive I was. Not everyone wants to obtain everyone's wish power in a positive way. On July 22nd, year 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, a supplicant harboring immense malice stepped into Graphia Academy. He slaughtered 22 students who had stayed behind after school. Then went on to Dovebrook District, where 146 innocent civilians were either killed or wounded. That killer moved like a deranged artist, leaving corpses, imprinting his signature mark. The Bloody Bloom. The media dubbed him the Herald of Death.
It was a tragedy the world could not forget. The Fantasy Moon Games of that year came to be remembered as the Blood-Stained Games. So many parents lost their children. So many people lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himeko.
What?
Forgive me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ryusuke, the current dean of Graphia Academy. So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
15 years ago, when I made up my mind to join these Fantasy Moon Games, my father wasn't with me. Even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos. Strictly speaking, ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in space. So, I would ask you, who bears his name? Who exactly are you?
You're gonna leave us with that, aren't you? You're gonna leave us with that. I know you're going to. Son of a...
Welcome back to the Arcadian Morning Report Special Edition. We continue to bring you updates on the Fantasy Moon Games.
Supplicant Sparksy came to an abrupt end less than an hour after it began.
Under the watchful eyes of the entire network, the Nameless from the Astral Express went head-to-head with streamer Sparksy in a spectacular showdown. Unbelievable! I used to think all of the Trailblazers' fight scenes in director Rekka's latest film, Holy Grail Stay Night, were just special effects. Turns out he's got real moves.
We'll continue following the Astro Express's activities and bring you...
Breaking news! Around 4 p.m. today, the Security Bureau uncovered multiple corpses at the Sinwish Syndicate's headquarters in Dovebrook District. Initial reports suggest violent infighting among gang members as the cause. Even more shocking, an IPC employee was found dead at the scene. According to the investigation, The victim was identified as Lyndon Scott.
Duh.
Lyndon Scott, age 34. Field operative in the Strategic Investment Department. Ring any bells, Mr. Ashvale?
Never heard of him. What was someone from the IPC doing here?
Word is, the Sinwish Syndicate recently got hold of a mask. Maybe Mr. Scott came to negotiate for the Phantasmoon Games, and got caught in the fallout. Apologies for interrupting your work, Mr. Ashvale.
Wouldn't call it an interruption. The mess at Graphia Academy cleared itself up. But this...
Initial assessment. 33 Sinwish Syndicate members. Leader Polwave included, along with second-in-command Costide, were murdered in the same time frame.
Costide.
The victims show clear signs of trauma and fractures, along with massive blood loss. Exact cause of death still pending further autopsy.
These stylized handprints. We both know what they mean. Bloody Bloom. Only one person ever used that as their calling card. The Herald of Death is back.
Your suspicion isn't without merit. But that guy was executed 5 years ago.
Executed? Who witnessed it? Was the execution broadcast to the public? Who can prove he's dead? Who's to say you didn't let him out to rig this entire game?
You've heard the rule, haven't you? No one can enter the Phantasmoon Games twice. So let me give you a piece of advice. Don't let rage gnaw away at your reason. It's bad for your health. The case's info is in the dossier. Get to work. The Department of Aberration Defense isn't paying us to bum around.
Soon after, Ashvale arrived at the banks of Dovebrook.
Rage sparked quietly in the detective's chest, and not even the wind from Dovebrook could dispel the metallic tang of blood clinging to his nose. When he first heard the Sinwish Syndicate had obtained the mask, grim premonitions stirred within him, but he never expected it to be the omen of a friend's death.
Mr. N, he's no longer with us. Now he's just a body, another nameless casualty buried beneath a headline. People only care about the stars twinkling above, about the epic tales of the eternal conflicts among the cosmos' great figures. Compared to all that, who would mourn a small-time thug from a petty gang?
What should we do next?
I've been slacking off for far too long. It's time to make a choice.
Mr. Ashvale, if you're calling now, may I assume you've accepted my offer?
You are right, Miss Pearl. I'll join the games. Assuming you still need me, of course.
My offer still stands, just like 15 years ago. The same omen returns. There are signs the Phantasmoon Games are spiraling out of control again. Mr. Ashvale, I ask for your strength to steer the Zeonic Games back on course.
All I have to offer is a heart set on revenge.
Today, 33 citizens of Plain Arcadia and one IPC colleague perished under mysterious circumstances. Someone is imitating the Herald of Death's methods, attempting to interfere with the games. Only victory can bring solace to the fallen.
No. What consoles the dead is only justice.
What's the matter? Found a better candidate? Don't I even make the short list?
But wait, what?
This is a game shaped by the most capricious Eon. Surprises and twists are its very nature. It's only right I choose the strongest players. Even so, I have to ask, what makes you so sure that I'd hire a wanted criminal to fight in the Phantasmoon Games, instead of tossing you into an IPC cell?
throw me in prison. But the Strategic Investment Department in Penacony clearly extended an olive branch to us Stellaron hunters. No? Changed your minds already? You suits sure turn faster than a page in a paperback. So let's cut the fluff. Give me a mask. Call it your first strategic investment in us. What do you say?
Understanding comes first, then the investment. Tell me, how do you plan to earn my trust?
Apologies in advance. Before I came to meet you, I broke into your collection room. I know what you've been working on. Imaginate. Tell me, have you heard of Zero? Greatest hacker and most feared player in all of Punk Lord?
Some say she's an emanator of elation, while others say she enters the Dark Zone created by Mythos, as if it were her own backyard. She caused Punk Lord's data meltdown, and infected IPC branches in 28 segmenta, isolating them from each other. Most information about Zero is half true, half false, much like the rumors surrounding you Stellaron hunters. But one thing is certain. Zero suffered a major downfall, and is now a prisoner of the IPC.
It's obvious she left a deep impression on you. Traumatic, even. In that case, you should also know that ether editing and imagenesis stem from the same technological source. Or art.
I know. I've studied it.
Huh. How could I forget? You stole Zero's tech to make that lousy cash grab game Ethereum Wars. Of course, you'd know all this.
Really?
But you corporate moneybags will never comprehend it. The fleeting, ever-changing power of the elation. Zero once tampered with a parameter of reality, creating an independent realm that belonged solely to her. Just like that other one.
Just like Graphia. Are you willing to trade the secrets of imagenesis?
So Graphia was in contact. I had a funky feeling that Graphia was so in, like... It was an itching sort of feeling that Graphia was a lot bigger when it came to, like, maybe an Emanator or an Aeon. It had to be one of the two.
I can think about it.
Deduction. You may be lying. I've heard that those who join the Stellaron hunters have long since abandoned the path they once walked.
Who knows? You're in the Arcadia of Elation. Wouldn't it be a waste not to test your luck?
Deal, Ether Hacker. And to seal it with confidence, let me show you a little trick of the trade.
A hacking trick?
Not exactly professional. Negotiating while soaked in a bathtub. I took one of your data slices. This will help us have a more honest conversation.
How did you do that?
Man, these game developers know how to be spicy when they want to be. They just created a whole new threat level Silver Wolfer fan art. Oh god, that's funny.
Because I've studied you, including including that cyber battle between you and that genius Schoolum. I even logged into all 76 of those banned accounts. I scattered just enough data breadcrumbs online for you to sniff out, leading you to the Ashen Detective. I even let you stroll through my collection room to explore as you pleased. Miss Silverwolf, a word of advice. Don't treat that mask like some 10 Stoneheart's investment in a Stellaron hunter. Just think of this deal as something private between you and me.
I see. Has every mask already been... Yep. That's a signal.
What the heck? I just blinked and suddenly half the supplicants are wearing masks?
Oh, only half. Okay.
I was hoping the show would get better. Streamers clashing with cosmic heroes. A flashy brawl without anyone getting hurt. Wouldn't that have been nice? But now we've got a crow, a shell, a cat, a wolf? How many more mystery guests are crashing the stage? And this thing? When did it sneak in? In the end, everything always spirals into the abyss. But you're the rare exception. Your first battle wasn't bad for a greenhorn protagonist. Since you came out on top, let's wipe the slate clean on that doom-filled oath. Who knows if the owners of those masks will become your friends or opponents? Or maybe one of them will bring about that terrifying future I saw in my dreams. Little one, how'd you find your way here? The supplicants in this Phantasmoon Games really caught me by surprise.
Welcome to Arcadia, the difference with those who yet live complete. God, of course. Okay. Cool. Cool. Dance under the moonlight. Summer sparkle in someone's corpse. So for reviving our Furbo Weekly. So President, are you ready? Ready. Boss, have you been keeping up with Planet Arcadia's trending news? Everyone's talking about it. What exactly went down at Sparksicon? How did Baseball Raccoon manage to win? My keen little ears are twitching. Furbo Weekly absolutely cannot miss out this piping hot president off the press wish power. Time to hold a press conference to drum some buzz for our magazine. Let's go. Roger that, for Bobo on the move. Alright, before I start recording, let's give the magazine office a level up and spruce up the place. Can have a messy backdrop on camera. That wouldn't do for Bobo Weekly's image any favors. One quick level up. Perfect. I've already snapped the first shot. It'll be the opening image for the press release. Next, straight to the venue. We're heading to Graphie Academy. Our guest has arrived. Please welcome the Raccoon Mask Supplicant, the real-life inspiration behind Fluffy Across the Blue, the one who ended Sparksicon. He was undefeated for 2.5 years since debut. Trailblazer for the interview. Whoa, where did all these people come from? When did you all get here? Hi everyone, I'm reporter for Forge TV's news program, Arcadian Morning Report Bubble Week. Aw, Tune. I wish this all could have had voiceover still. Oh. Front row, third from the left. Yay! And she still calls us benefactor. Please help me keep a little stand in the restaurant. Aww. Oh, hey! That's robbery! I love it. Oh. Not that very astute thinking there, Yang Ching. You do not want to be here for this. I just picked one at random. Tighten up campus. Nah, not suggestions. They're fine. Why am I being stationed at Graphia Academy? So I think as a reward, I'll let you ask a few more questions. Since when was that going against the rules? Nothing in the Phantasm Games rules of engagement don't stipulate a one-on-one duel. If anything, having a horde of Sparksy meme-themed hostiles swarming a single person is what I call not playing fair. Besides, even if I were to single-handedly take her on, I'd still come out on top, wouldn't I? Oh. Hand over your personal account. Confiscated. Well, that might count as secret, right? Go ahead and dig. All my souls is hard. After all interviews concluded, head Verliner is here. I love this. I love how the Furboa gossip counts as going into new missions too. Hmm. You know what? Oh, there's actually a few of these for us to do now. Okay. We might as well go for this one right off the bat. Though there's a lot of missions. There's quite a few. There's actually quite a few things for us to do up here. All right, let's go ahead and just.
It's still early.
Do some cleaning up.
To now.
I haven't even done my dailies yet, have I? No, I have not. Let's see. Well, let's do this. I like how it's just continuous rewards that we can claim now. That's pretty nice. Alright, let's see what we got achievement-wise. Logged off, not locked off. I was planning to make a huge scene, but I'm not the one left in the mess. And SpicyCon's live stream. Summer sparkle in someone's corpse. An audience of a god always demands a sacrifice. When it's the cruel opening of the Phantasm Games. Ugh. Why are you wearing my clothes? Father for a kitty for the first time. The little girl at the window. Strive to gain the hardest reward at Graphia Academy. Collect the coins on the window. Trailblazers who left through time. Time travel is usually just a scam. Uncovered the truth behind the old school building 15 years ago. The head frontliner is here. Someone becoming a boss. Publish more headlines. Okay. Wow, we got a lot done. Oh yeah, we still gotta go to CosmoCon roll on too. Oh, we'll worry about that later. Right now. Bridge that can seemingly talk. Did something happen? This is gonna be an interesting mission. Overpass is an idol? It's Implant Arcadia amazing. Implant Arcadia and we can try to become an idol, even a bridge. I love this! Millennium Killer. New mission. Ooh. Oh, Kojima. Isn't that against protocol? Of course we're gonna help. Let's go. Can pedestrian overpass even move? Aww. Whoa! Didn't expect a treasure chest to pop up so suddenly. Oh, so that's how that opened. Are you serious that I had to accept this mission in order to another part of the map to be open? Okay, whatever. I'll accept it. Time for whispers. Ah. Writers not knowing what they're writing about? This is par for the course. If they actually knew, it wouldn't turn out nearly as much. You would be surprised. I can think of several artists and several writers. I'm just gonna stop right there. What the? Did Murmur show up? Never mind. Let's do this right now. Ha! Is that just gonna be like... Do I die down here? No, I don't. Well, what's the point of this then? Okay. Wait, what? What? Why would I need to teleport? Oh! I see. Maybe. Wait, did I not put it in right? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Right. Right, I gotta figure out how this music box thing actually works. We'll take that one. What? Okay. Hmm. I still gotta figure out more of this music box thing, I think. Because I don't even think we've ran into the clue of how to take care of that thing. Or where it would be resonating from. And I'm sure I missed a clue from the last time we were doing it, too. I don't think I can do anything else here. Okay. Oh, are you so adorable? Alright. We're still alive! She's still alive! Brief profile of Millennium Killer victims. Ember Vox, occupation streamer, singer. Found dead in a streaming studio, lips missing. No signs of forced entry at the scene. Found dead in a recording studio, specific vocal organs missing. No signs of forced entry at the scene. Fingernails missing. No signs of forced entry. Lower body missing! Ocular structures. Actor, singer, streamer. They're killing up and comers. And they're all imaginary? Is that the connection here? And just takes him as a trophy and just takes the trophy. Here are some of the main points. First, all the victims were imaginary working in the entertainment industry. Streamers, singers, comedians, and of course, idols. Like Miss Joy. Secondly, every victim had body parts removed. The perpetrator's imagination technique is exceptional. Their peeling method is so clean and precise. It leaves almost no clues behind for us to follow. And there's one last thing, tying everything together. All the crimes happened on the victim's own turf. Homes, studios, private lounges. But there were absolutely no signs of forced entry. Almost as if they were invited in. However, what's strange is that about none of the victims told any of their friends or family about having invited a guest or someone coming to visit. Department of Operation Defense is temporarily calling this mysterious serial killer the Millennium Killer. After all, it is the year 1999. Before the case was transferred to the Department of Operation Defense, the Security Bureau had already investigated along these lines. However, even though all the victims were in the entertainment industry, the circles of singers and comedians are quite distinct with minimal overlap, so there are few mutual friends between them. The investigation showed the victims did indeed all know several TV producers. However, all the producers had solid alibis. As for those differences, it probably comes down to a few of your innate traits. Oops. The killer can't visit your home since you're always out in public. They can't murder you either. Being a large imaginary, you're just too tough to kill outright. Talk about a blessing in disguise. However, the killer swiftly peeled away your eyes in public. No witnesses, including you, could describe any of the killer's identifying features. Such an exceptional yet cruel imaginary's technique can only be the work of a master such as the Millennium Killer. Which is to say, that's also why I concluded that the joint ambushes it was the work of the Millennium Killer as well. So, why exactly do you need my help? Because the standard way to investigate is too inefficient. Nemish Joy's eyes are missing, and she is in immediate danger of losing her life. I can't gamble her health and future on a slow and steady investigation. So I'm begging you to retrieve the eyes in a nameless fashion, in a true nameless fashion, before the Millennium Killer does something to them. Can you do that? No problem. I love helping out. Perfect. That's exactly what I expect from a nameless. Thanks for being willing to lend a hand. Well, then this meeting is over, and I leave the rest to you. Because of my identity, I can't intervene directly in many things, so rest assured, at least for today. So long as he doesn't do anything too outrageous, security officers all over will turn a blind eye to your investigation. That's all I can do. Aww. Aren't you an insider yourself? I'm just some small-time idol. How could I be an industry insider? You gotta at least perform at the New Year's countdown party to be considered in the industry. Would Sparksy count as an industry insider? Sparksy! Of course she counts! She's Planet Arcadia's most followed virtual idol, and her industry prestige is considerable. If she's willing to help. But didn't you just beat her up? Sure, clashing during the Phantasmo games is inevitable, but you don't think she'll hold a grudge and refuse to help because... That was the wife. She just got herself a popcorn maker. Relatively cheap one too, so. Ugh. Ooh, sorry guys. Just rubbing my eyes out a little bit. Okay. Sparks isn't that kind of person. It'll be fine. I hope you're right. Hey, you busy? I need some help. Hold on. Don't move an inch. Be there in a jiffy. I ain't even said what I need! To make it to the top in such a brutal industry, you had to rely on productivity. My fans have seen it all. They said you were poking your nose around the crime scene in the Department of Average Fits. Other people's business again, huh? The case, right? I'm pretty interested in that guy, too. Let's get the details when we meet. I'll be there in a sec. I'll wait for you. Looks like Miss Sparky's over here. Let's go out and look for her. Alright. Why can't we go past you? Aw, I heard you were attacked by Millennium Killer. You poor thing. Don't worry, we'll definitely catch this creep. I've actually been wanting to collab with you for a while, but I was just too busy during the Phantasm games. Plus getting beaten up by this guy, so I never had a chance to reach out. I didn't know you had such a gentle side. Oh, Min Min, do you already want to go out? Alright, hold on. There you go. Oh. For those who want to know, Min Min, my cat, I've had her for about 2+ years. She finally got fixed. She no longer can make babies. She was a sad kitty. And oh man, it just made my heart drop when, like, getting her in. I never thought I would end up being a cat dad. I'm gonna say that right now. I never thought I would just buckle under a cat, and then Min Min came into my life. So I baby her like crazy. Oh, you're such a gentle side. I've always been super gentle, okay? If there was an award for picking the gentlest top streamer, I'd definitely be the one and only candidate. It's about the Millennium Killer case. Conspiracy theories are running wild these days, and you know what's the most infuriating part? So, conspiracy theory claims that Ice Sparksy is the Millennium Killer. Look, I know I'm not exactly a saint in my daily life, but come on, comparing me to a serial killer is insane. I'm so mad. But what can you do? Trying to prove your innocence online is pointless. In the end, I'll just have to clear my name myself. Let's get down to business. Did you get any insider intel from the Department of Average care to share? But no, she just now got her, they wanted us to leave the cone on for a couple more days. Poor thing. She had apparently her uterus was very big. If she had had kittens, she would have had a lot of them. So they're happy we got her fixed when we did. She stayed in the kennel for more than 2 weeks, like a whole 18 days. She had to stay in the kennel for a whole, because they couldn't see her until a couple of days after the full week was full. So, we had to set up a kennel for her to sit in. Thankfully, we had a spare kennel, otherwise we would have had to go out and get one. But, yeah, no, we pretty much just got everything all situated with her. She was very nice handling. We didn't even need to give her that many pain pills. Honestly, she just really just wanted attention, and she wanted to get scratched. A lot of ear scratches, oh, I woke up yesterday getting ready for work, and she was under my hand, literally just nudging it, scratch me while you're sleeping. She's just so sweet. Look, I'm an artiste, not a detective. Don't expect me to deduce any clues here. So you're just here for the drama, huh? Oh my, don't be so hasty. While deduction isn't my forte, acting is a required course for any idol. What do you mean acting? I was just thinking, to kill a pedestrian overpass sounds as absurd as a modern poetry title. If the Millennium Killer is so skilled at imaginesis, they must know they can't actually kill Miss Joy, right? So I put myself in the killer's point of view. Maybe this way I can figure out their motive. I'm an expert when it comes to imaginesis techniques. I'm well aware that my imagining a Joy's size isn't something I could kill in one strike, but I'm still going to do it. Because after all, I can't really be considered a serial killer. A serial killer is a psycho who kills for pleasure, and killing was never my goal in the first place. I'm not a fiend who takes lives for the sake of it. What I really care about has always been the parts that I peeled. As for their deaths, those are merely byproducts of the process. They only have themselves to blame for being too weak. So the killer's going after body parts? That's just my guess. It means our dear Millennium Killer might not be a lunatic after all. The way they're peeling body parts from the Imagining, it might actually serve a purpose. If there's a purpose, that'll make things easier, so the Millennium Killer isn't necessarily one person. Maybe it's an entire criminal organization that operates around the whereabouts of these parts. If that's the case, we should talk to someone who really knows Planet Arcadia's underground world. Have you heard of Detective Ashvale? We've crossed paths before. You really do have a way with people, huh? Aww. Don't worry, let's make this quick and clean. We'll get your eyes back in no time. Let's roll. I really wish these extra side missions that end up being a lot more darker than you would imagine them being, because they do put a lot of care into side missions and stuff, especially missions following in the aftermath of a big story. Mommy Rice Cake, take me with you. I really could only imagine having just the willpower of being constantly glued to a streamer and like wanting to know every aspect of their life outside of streaming. It's kind of ominous when you think about it that way. If I ever fanboy over something, it's to the realms that I keep it sort of in the realms of just like I'll
Nice. 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 Nice.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I wanted to grab a quick snack and also wanted to get a little other halftime in. Like I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I don't really like. I have certain VTubers and certain like idols that I watch. Like, but it's like I'm one of those people that I can only really check out the fandom from afar. I can't really invest in like going to like concerts or going to cons and stuff like that. That's a whole nother like branch entirely of life that I don't think I'll be able to experience until I'm well within maybe my 40s or 50s, and that would all depend on even if I would even be able to travel at that point. I've noticed the older that I'm getting, the lazier that I'm getting in life. It's just a factor of life, I suppose. I mean, I don't know, just being an adult is very overcomplicated sometimes. It can be the most simplistic thing ever, and it can also be the most overcomplicated thing ever. Like, medical bills are indeed a thing, and they run rampant. I remember when I was more proactive in trying to keep my yard clean, and now it's like, maybe I'll just pay someone else to do it for me, because I can't do yard. I can't stand yard work anymore. I was picking up, the other half was creating a baked potato and cheese soup. Because she's able to keep solid food down now, because she just got over her stomach flu, but she's kind of, we agreed for her to just ease on back into it, so she's just sticking with soup, at least until tomorrow. I'm telling you, getting hit with a period and then a stomach flu, like back to back, along with getting pain shots in your spine or your lower half, she had a miserable month and a half. I will say that much. But when I was picking up stuff, I was like, I'm craving wings. I kind of want chicken wings, so they had their hot wing section. Like, I went to Safeway, and it's like, for a fresh pound of wings, already sauced and everything, it's $9.99. But I can get the pre-made stuff that's cold. Buy one, get one free. And I can just sauce it up and toss it in the microwave in these easy microwavable containers. And yeah. Well, I went with that option.
Nice. Nice.
I've had noticed, though, when buying, like, already pre-made wings that are already, like, cooked and they're, like, chilled and then are, like, ready to go. I've noticed that doing bone-in wings is the better bet than trying to go for the boneless, because more often than not, especially at some of the major stores like Safeway, Smith's, Walmart, like, a lot of that breaded. Well, no, Walmart doesn't even really cool their chicken wings all that often. At least in the morning, I don't see them out like I do in Safeway and Smith's. But you mostly just get breading with the boneless wings.
Nice.
Mm. Mm. Sorry, I think I got a bone in.
Nice.
And that's another thing you gotta caution yourself about bone-in wings, is that they're a lot more brittle. I suppose it's a catch-22 sort of thing, I suppose. Pick your poison. I'm the one that went for buy one wing, get the other one free. And that was the first bite of a wing, too. No, that was my second, I think. No, that was my first, I guess. I don't know. I'm just an old man rambling over here. It's kind of sad that I consider 35 old when theoretically we're not even halfway through our normal lifespan. I suppose in general that's what I've loved about Honkai Star Rail, playing it from the very beginning. It's just that in a realm of aeons and factions and everything else, the constant looming of death is permanent. And even as otherworldly beings, like in this game for instance, it could take a lot to bring you back from the brink of death.
Nice.
Okay. How many of these have we finished? Oh, world chess progress. Alright, city fragments, world chess progression, world chess progression. Oh, there's something up here. Oop. Oh, I see. This is the chest. I think we can still go up from here. Aha! Great runner. Oh, why is it spinning? Poetry Anthology. Floating Reach Chronicle, Chapter the Rabbit 1. Rabbits hover among the stars, but they never stop at the same spot. Back then, the rabbits were still carnivores who hunted bisons on the coast of the Sea of Stars. Back then, the rabbits didn't care for the moon, since they relied on changing stars to navigate. As the blazing rain washed over the whale's bones, on an ancient body grew a towering tree. Through such a tree the rabbits passed, traveling in a hurry, never looked up. No one knows if in the distant past the rabbits had eaten the moon in the sky. They neither laugh nor care about sorrow, as they are just seasonal winds chasing the cosmos. And through the season of falling flowers, they slip past in a blink. Alright, I still need to find the rest of the dual-mentioned city fragments, so I can't unlock that yet. Arcadia's Souvenir. Ooh, nice. That's all that done. Great manager. Greed is more than welcome here. I'm obtained. Floating Grease Chronicle, Chapter to Fox 1. Foxes are the wisest of creatures, as they are known how to harvest Earth's gifts. The sulfur by hot springs, the saltpeter and bird droppings. The wisest creatures bathe in mud pits, so their fiery fur won't ignite the powder. The heavenly fire scorches the nameless shore, on a night not too long ago, when meteor showers fleeted across the dark sky. Only foxes knew they were fragments of fallen whales. The wisest creatures searched the tidal flats for amber, ambergris, and star-lined glass from sunken ships. Pearls are nothing rare here, where periodic clams open their long mouths wide, and lanthides and acetides hide in their mantles. Clay cauldrons nurture alchemical spells, since the world has too many tears, and what's scarce is true wealth. In those moonless years, the starry sky only reflects the fox's cunning smiles. That one's done. Well, that chest wasn't hard to find. Aw, that was right there just for us. I'll never have to worry about drowning again? You're here already? That's grass, just a little something. I hope you like it. I do like it. Floating Grease Chronicles, Chapter to Frog 1. At a time when frogs had no need to croak in the dark night, their chorus wasn't as noisy as it is today, and reeds had just sprouted in the marshland back then. Before tiny fish, mealworms, and shrimp came to be, the frogs would fish in the crystal clear gulf and current. This wording is throwing me off a little bit. Paddling their canoes tirelessly day and night. Beautiful sailfish, swordfish, and of course tuna, all slowly fermented under the sun, turning into the most exquisite soup stock. One day the frogs became puzzled. With so much food in the world, why must they eat the dried meat passed down from their great-grandparents? They sank their offerings into the mud and wished upon the sacred tree in the marsh for new delicious food. Food that would melt in their mouths. Food that would be absolutely fresh. So the sacred tree smoothed the earth's head, using starlight reflected in rippling water like hair, to create tiny fish, mealworms, and shrimp. Time passed this way as the fast-paced frogs lived happily each day, but they grew more accustomed to the mud, ambushing prey in the darkness, croaking in crowds on spring nights, and scorned with mocking glances, even by their own kind. And I'm missing... Funny, I'm missing the one from Dimension City. I gotta hunt for that thing real quick, I think. Yeah. So that other puzzle... Yeah, I already did all the important stuff for those challenges, so I'm good there. Oh, a lot of side stuff for us to do. Damn. Oh, right. We can go there now. Let's go there real quick. Because everything finally calmed down. Ow! There we go. Reclaim paint! Can't I just... Oh, I barely can't make it. Damn. Alright, what about this? Yeah, this'll work. No! Okay, cool. Yay! I just have the sneaking suspicion that our next rounds with these, which is probably going to be in the next update, are going to be a lot more cruel. But at least we completed the first round of everything, for the most part. Let's get out of here.
So that's how it works.
We still don't know about that one book that's supposed to be back over in the frickin' World's End Tavern. We don't know what to do with that yet still. But we can at least do this. Sure.
Soliciting is strict.
I'm exhausted.
This way, this way. Miss Sparksy likes to stream here.
There we go. Alright. There's one. Okay, no. I see what we're gonna do. It's kind of interesting how we couldn't really complete this first because we were blocked off from it until the story progressed a bit further. Yeah, there we go. Still have not found where these other treasure chests are. I'm even looking too. I was checking inside here, just in case it was being a little sneaky. Alright. Well, there's the Great Climber, but I haven't found any of the other chests yet. Aha! There's one. Oh. Hey, thanks for finding me. Okay, I think the object was just backtracing our steps a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now we can make our quick way back up. Okay. There's just going to be a lot of murder mystery from what I can tell for this part of the story. Well, there's a Great Climber, but I haven't found the other chests! Hold on. I wonder if I have to work my way down a bit. Oh. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Why is this one being so... Apparently it's a very, very well hidden treasure chest, because I can't seem to find it. Okay. All right, let's try to worm our way forward, I suppose. Wait. There we go. There it is! Aha! And that's all of them. Good. I was like, perspective has got to be the only reason why I didn't get to see that on the way up. And that's... and of course, it'd be the last world that messes with my mind on that aspect. Hello, Great Climber. We have done it. Okay. Ooh, it's a good chest, too. Floating Grease Chronicle Chapter Monkey 1. Monkeys in winter feast on the seal's raw flesh and soak in a bathtub of sulfur baths. 4 sulfur baths, excuse me. Oil seeping from the petrified whale's remains paints the moonless pitch black sky. That beloved asphalt can build waterproof houses. Monkeys in winter course atop power poles, seeing the trendiest beats from cosmic radio, mocking those rustic frogs. They say they'll still soon grow wings, soaring freer than falcons in the azure sky. Then the frogs will shed only tears of regret, becoming the cheapest joke seasoning. So the monkeys laughed until they cried, yet these tears brought no moon. And yeah. That's all that done. Do you have anything more to say to us? Every encounter is unique and destined. How may I help you today? I'm here for the Floating Grease Chronicles. Ah, so you're the prototype of baseball raccoon. Sorry, I have face blindness. Thus still greeting you like a stranger. It's time to switch to the Charing Bookstore owner's persona. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Helena Charing, proprietor of Charing's Used Books, and that massive tome floating beside you is the Floating Grease Chronicles, an ancient imaginative text that can't speak, a special friend to all previous store owners. As they say, seeing is believing. Why don't you check out the slightly reinstated state of the Floating Grease Chronicles yourself? The Age of Drifting Grease. In an age when sun, moon, mountains, and rivers drifted like floating grease, even the dark sky had no name for it. A great whale older than the gods, stranded on the starry beach. Their trees began to grow, and humans were the mud. It was trembling mud that was born from filthy blood. Gazing up at the pure white snow, we found mirrors and powder, rogue, gowns, jewels, and wigs. In an age when sun, moon, mountains, and rivers drifted like floating grease, we lighted deceptive lamps on the dead earth, making the rotting reed marsh look like a sky full of fireflies. In an age of drifting grease, history has decayed. In an age of drifting grease, the most exquisite language is yet to be born from our lips. Perhaps you've heard the tale. The laughter once shed a tear in this world, and that's what made this land so extraordinary. Back then, this place was only not Plan Arcadia, but it couldn't even be called ancient, the realm of the artists. The Floating Grease Chronicles tells the legends of that era. As history rolled on, someone turned those legendary ballads into imaginary forms, divided into chapters like rabbit, monkey, fox, frog, which are the animal figures you see before you now. They say each animal represents people with their own distinct way of life back then, so each of them has their own unique personality. Sadly, as years and months went by, the pages that lost their wish power became like books with their staples and bindings removed, falling apart easily. Those of the land were scattered and disappeared without a trace. Alas, what a pity. The ballad was appropriated and adapted by the mourning actors, then further mocked by the masked fools. People have long forgotten the original text, yet they revere these distorted stories as gospel. However, as the proprietary of an Aquarian bookstore, I believe in something else. Knowledge is only truly useful when it's shared. You've already recovered one fragment of the Floating Grease Chronicles. Would you be interested in helping me search for more? Why is I love uncovering hidden history. Perfect! Book lovers always find each other by chance. With your help, the Floating Grease Chronicles will be reunited once again. Any more practical benefits? While collecting fragments of the Floating Grease Chronicles, you can obtain valuable items useful for space travel in the world of Canvas. Why is it called Floating Grease Chronicles? Floating grease was an ancient metaphor for the primordial chaos where everything in the world was like oil floating on water, with unclear relationships and no fixed place. Like the elation. Just like strangers crossing paths, when there's no deliberately constructed destiny, all sorts of wonderful chemistry can spark between them. Leave it to me. Now that everything's out in the open, I can find this whole cheerful shopkeeper who smiles while they act. Anyway, I'll leave this matter in your hands. As mentioned before, the rabbit, monkey, fox, frog, and other chapters from the Floating Grease Chronicles have their own personalities, and the fragments have escaped to various places. By liberating these animals born from the mid-career pages from their bound and fragmented state, you can restore a piece of primordial record lost to time, uncovering the legendary songs and tales of this planet. Leave it to me. Thank you so much. Maybe one day we'll discover the secret of the laughter. Mission completed. The Age of Drifting Grease. Wow.
Hello. Is there anything I can help you with?
Why are you wearing a mask? Curious about that. We'll just say it's a necessary measure to conserve life energy. I feel self-conscious going out without makeup, but doing a full face is such a hassle. With a face mask on, I just need to do it in my eyes and I'm good to go. Oh, I guess I'm just too lazy to make up. Come to think of it, work is pretty chill. My job is one of those rare ones where I don't have to put on makeup. The downside is I can't really wear clothes like just some personality at work. So what's your profession? My family runs a used bookstore. Since I deal with all kinds of books at the shop, we have quite a few elderly customers. I try to keep my appearance fairly modest. The shop itself isn't big, just on the ground floor of our old house. The customers are always quiet, giving it this weirdly comforting home-like vibe. Come to think of it, this job ain't no different. Grandpa isn't half bad. Way better than being a regular office worker like Mom and Dad. Ah! Okay, so this is pretty much done. Wow. It was just as simple as refining an old legend. Oh.
Nice.
Well, Min, you're back in here with me, and you're eyeing my freaking wings like the carnivore cat you are. Carnivore cat. Oh shit! I gotta plug in my phone. It's about to die. No! Don't die, phone.
Nice.
By the way, the 3 people that are watching the stream right now, you guys are amazing. I'm just gonna say that right now. Thanks for watching. I have had a very, I want to say, rough week myself.
Please let this be a good omen this time.
Health-wise, I'm perfectly fine. As fine as I can be, anyways. Let's just say I no longer have... Alright, let's go here. That should already be completed, right? Should be. Wait. Quit trying to get at my food, you butt. Go lay in your bed. Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, you just want my hand. Like, I'm sorry, Daddy. I know I'm a brat, but you love me. You love me. Yes, I love you. You are the light of my life, but I am keeping my wings over here. That way you don't get any funny ideas. Okay. Well, this is my old friends. I was wondering when you'd show up, though. Honestly, I didn't expect Miss Sparks to get involved in this. So I was the one who recommended this place to us. Looks like she finally understands that you should leave professional work to professionals. Getting all cocky right from the start. This is exactly why I hate detectives. Let's stop the bickering. Story's condition seems to be getting worse. Alright, so you check the board and share what we've each found so far. Which means these parts might have been taken for some underground transactions. I had similar thoughts, but we hardboiled detectives can't solve cases on imagination alone. We need to pay a visit to someone who actually knows something. While waiting for you guys to arrive, I've actually contacted a few friends who are willing to help. Come with me, we'll meet them out in the street. Person interviews? That's too old school. Can't you just call them instead? What do you know? Armchair detective and hardboiled detective are two completely different archetypes. You can't mess around with character consistency. It's a serious business. Oh. Profound statement. So good. Okay. Well, might as well go on and greet him.
Business isn't going well at all.
And since we're keeping it professional, we might as well run all the way there. And Min Min is in the back of my screen again, and she's aiming for my wings. You little shit. Ah, Dovebrook, could your currents wash away the sins buried in the city? I get it. Suddenly dropping dramatic poetic one-liners in weird places, totally a hard-boiled detective trope. It's pretty classy, I'd say. Don't follow his example. Gray hair's already turned into an old gray beard. Miss Joy, if you're really not feeling well, just go back. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry I'm feeling a bit tired. I really want to... Oh, no. Time is of the essence. Alright, we can freely explore the tower now. Oh, this is a bud we haven't unlocked yet. Okay. I know it's redundant keeping her baby choice waiting, but there's so much little things that we have yet to explore yet in here, especially as a trailblaze. What do we got? Urban legend of vanishing giant? Oh. 15 years ago, a supplicant chose to harvest fear as wish power during Phantasm Games. The Herald of Death he transformed into caused massive panic in Dual Dimension City, and several supplicants lost their lives in the process of subduing him. In the end, this bloodstained games faded into obscurity, shrouded in mystery. No one even knows who ultimately emerged victorious in an audience with Aha. As a result, numerous urban legends quietly took root, and among them, the most influential became known as giants that vanished. Although the Department of Evaporation Defense quickly organized the evacuation of nearby residents, some districts were too close to the Herald of Death's path of action and were still caught in a combat while evacuating. Some victims were permanently disabled and could only live out their remaining days in sterile isolation chambers with the IPC support. According to survivors' accounts, just before the IPC suppression forces arrived, they witnessed an intense beam of light appear in the sky, followed by a tremendous roar, almost a howl of mechanical rumbling, coming from its direction, accompanied by spatial distortions. Then a gigantic arm descended from above, crashing down heavily towards where the Herald of Death was located. Out of intense ground tremors, a massive wish power surge caused numerous electronic devices in the area to shut down, and the giant vanished without a trace. Countless questions. What was the arm exactly? Was it what defeated the Herald of Death? This phenomenon has never been officially explained, leaving Nessus puzzled for 15 years. First off, do giants really exist? Even though the Department of Aberration Defense conducted extensive hermetic cleansing of all information related to Phantasm games, could they really have erased every single photo? To this day, not a shred of visual evidence exists to prove that giants are real, rather than some mass hallucination or a case of distorted message relay. Secondly, even if giants truly exist, what caused their appearance and disappearance? Some netizens believe that giants might be a superweapon hidden by the IPC in Plan Arcadia, as a technological prowess of the Interstellar Peace Corporation would indeed match the destructive power described by eyewitnesses. Some suggest that the gigantic arm was an enigmatic manifestation of Aha, where they created this avatar to punish the Herald of Death for violating the rules of Phantasm games. However, neither other netizens argue against this, pointing out the Herald of Death's actions didn't exceed the limitations of Phantasm games, and Aha wouldn't actively interfere with the game's far-reaching impact. Whether it was a rumor or a true event, the story of a giant appearing upon Arcadia and saving it had an enormous spiritual impact on the people upon Arcadia, providing endless creative inspiration for comic artists, TV screenwrites, and novelists. Some scholars believe that this spiritual shock influenced upon Arcadia's imaginist tendencies, giving birth to an imaginate called Mechatron that symbolizes giants. However, conspiracy theorists argue that the IPC deliberately created this rumor, making the conservative people upon Arcadia accept a completely new image, and by manufacturing mass-produced imagination for them, lay the foundation for further explaining the value of Plan Arcadia. You can make an argument for either, but it doesn't make it any less gross. Oh my god. Ugh. Talk about getting some added lore dump. Let's go up top. Because we can just easily teleport out of here when we're done. Older folks usually pick up pricey hobbies like fishing or photography. Maybe what's the cinema to get all about collecting flashy fandangles. Mostly so everyone can see how rich they are. Oh, and a planetary jump that we need to do. Oh, and we have the arrow. Live it every 3 questions, you get 1 wrong spell save. Here's a question: what's the 1.5 only that's incompatible with religion? The answer is destruction. Did you guess it right? Nothing gets along with the destruction, except for more destruction. No, we want this. Bloop. Yay! There's something else up here, wasn't there? Go. Oh, I guess not. I'll take that though. What do Whisper know? They're all just little dummies. Oh, I see what I gotta do here. Bloop. Bloop. Hmm? Oh, you're not? Are you full?
I'm full, yeah. This is my third bowl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll eat it as I play.
I am full now.
Okay.
I made all 3 cans. It was really good. Just put two slices of cheese in the bowl. Pour the soup in the bowl and put two slices of cheese if you want a second bowl.
Okay.
And then put it in the microwave for like 30 minutes and stir it up.
Alright. Yeah, you go ahead.
I cooked it on the stove, So if the soup's not hot, you have to warm it back up.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, and that should be, yep, that's completed. Alright, let's head down. I thought I activated that bud. I guess I didn't go close enough to it, I suppose? I thought I did. There we go. I was wondering why that didn't activate. And we also got another thing that we can...
I don't talk that much, do I? Nope, not at all.
Oh. Let's go. Might as well keep doing this so that we get stronger. I move first. Hey! Cool. We shall ignore your defenses.
I'm gonna drink this and I'll live. Don't touch this, okay?
Okay.
This is, medicated. Just like...
Okay, good. That's all chicken. And also another bad part about eating, oh no, Min ate the scraps I had up here. Is that the bones are, like, very, like, what do you call it?
Want to eat crackers? Want to make sure before I come up. Crackers?
I'll just keep it here with me.
Yeah, just, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, thank you. Oh man, I can't wait to get involved in this. I'm seeing what the actual dice event's gonna be. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we'll go with repeater. Oh. Reroll time. Oh god. Well, I might as well go for... Yeah. Yay! It worked out in the end. Cool. And they are dead. Smack. Ow! And KO. Yay.
This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
I don't talk that much, do I? Nope, not at all.
What's the yapping? I'll consider it. Aww.
We need a strategy.
They're being peaceful. They're not really doing anything, so I'm not gonna bug them. Why is this? Well, this is a door. This is a door. It's stating obvious. Here's the problem. There's only one door here, or rather, only one door remains, with both sides completely visible. But perhaps there's no door is a passage when it's open. It's a barrier when it's shut. Right now, all you have to do is open and walk through it. You know exactly where it leads to keep you from opening this door. An ominous vortex. Perhaps you've seen a blue cat-shaped robot in possession of a similar door. The only difference is knowing where it's going, but you don't. But what's worse, what could happen? You go for it! Hey, wake up. You've been kidnapped. What? Let me take a closer look. Hey, talking to telling on the fools. Why did you walk through that door? Because the door is right there. What a simple, straightforward reason. It's like a robber saying because the money was right there. I am the door maker, and this is the collection room at the tavern. The door you just passed through is also one of the pieces in this collection. A door, crafted by my own hands. What, a door? Aha, so anywhere door, a door for short. A door is built on pseudoscience. You could say it works through wormholes, quantum tunneling, or space-time warping, but we prefer to call it the power of Aha. A door's appearance could be a wardrobe or a rabbit hole, but thankfully all these doors are still free of makeup. Door maker? That's right, that's my aliases. That's my alias. The different fools in the tavern can traverse different planes freely thanks to a door. And door makers are the ones responsible for creating, managing, and maintaining these doors. So why did you kidnap me? I was just kidding, you weren't kidnapped. You're just sitting comfortably on the toilet. Don't worry, the folks at the tavern told me you're no threat. In fact, they said you're a good friend of the tavern. As for me, I just wanted to check on the status of the door before you leave. You exchange information about the door. God, I love the music. So good. So good. Not long ago, some meddlesome fool opened all the low-quality doors in the collection room, only for them to be shut again by another meddler on the other side. Just like that, these doors escaped from the tavern. In this door before you, I built it specifically to retrieve those half-baked doors. Today, it finally succeeded in intercepting someone passing through. As a token of gratitude, you are now granted permission to use this door. If you ever encounter a door during your journey, please go through it directly. This way I can pinpoint the coordinates on both sides of the door and complete its location mapping. So you're planning on retrieving these doors? Nah, just leave them outside. They're a hassle to retrieve anyway. A little chaos in the world is no big deal. As long as all the doors are retrieved before the World Destroyer arrives, it should be fine. Do I need to come all the way here to tell you in person? No need. These doors can still keep access records. As long as they've been opened again, we can track them. I don't work for free. Of course, you won't be taking these risks for nothing. If our location work goes smoothly, you'll get your remuneration. Come back once you've found enough. I'll be right behind this door.
Isn't that a legend?
Amen. Push the door. They're somewhat puzzled by what a door next to the door maker leads here. Maybe it makes venting more convenient? Oh! I didn't even see you there! Why do fools love toilet humor so much? Don't worry, they're just indiscriminately laugh at everything they can't digest. Even if Aha themselves showed up, they'd get stuffed in here and flushed away too. Golden toilet. You draw near the throne that is radiating an aura of supreme power. It's unquestionably made of solid gold. Every one of its atoms was born from colliding neutron stars and exploding supernovas, yet the masterfuls have forged those precious tears of the stars into a receptacle for humanity's woes. Perhaps in their eyes, this is their way of telling the universe a joke. Question pops into your head. They said the Emperor favors golden plows, so just how comfortable would it be to sit on such a colossal toilet? Let's try sitting on it. You climb atop the golden throne, savoring the thrill of looking down upon the world. People, toilets, everything seems so small from up here. It's like you become a god. Alright, that was fun. Didn't get off. Or is it? No, not yet. A profound sense of duty keeps you from leaving. If you were to rise from this toilet, who would be left to contain the surging evil power within? Wait, that's not it. There's a real pulling force coming from behind you, originating from the toilet's swinging vertex. Oh, After a moment of dizzying vertigo. Open your eyes. I am the Toilet Emperor. So you have heeded my summons, human. Where the heck have you taken me? This isn't the tavern, is it? You now stand in a world where toilets reign supreme. As a human, your sole purpose is to sit upon them. That is why I have summoned you. I have 4 children. Each is a pillar of the Imperium and a sturdy shield for toilets alike. I call them the Grand Commodes, for they are paragons among all toilets. Each has their own duty, guarding a corner of the Imperium, protecting their fellow toilets from vile evils. As long as my family is in harmony, the Imperium shall know eternal peace. But I do not understand the ways of the heart, and so my 4 children have grown distant. Now I fear there are signs of rebellion brewing. Your mission is to bring my warmth to these 4 children. Let them know I still love them. Is there no other option? So you want me to sit on them? Got it. Correct. By sitting upon them, you shall warm their hearts and make them blush. I mean, unite them in harmony. Whether the Imperium falls into disunity rests entirely on your actions. Once the crisis is resolved, I shall send you back whence you came. First, you must visit my 3 younger sons, the Toilet Secrets, the Toilet Stratagems, and the Toilet of Zealots. They are vital to the Imperium until my grand plan is complete. Planet ruled by toilets. Well, this is the Fool's Domain, so I guess anything is possible. I should probably just play along for now. Great! No, I'm in the toilet land. Barrel of Worship. Have you ever observed a golden toilet up close? It saved more lives than you could possibly imagine. Are you the son of the golden toilet? That's right, I may not be a toilet myself, but I love toilets more than any toilet ever could. Back in the day, I was just a plain old trash can on the side of the road. Now I am a son to the Holy Emperor and his most devoted follower. The Holy Emperor's brilliance is divine, yet he never acknowledged his own sanctity. Instead, he allows the disrespectful to slander and sully him. I will not allow this to continue. I spent 3 entire rolls of toilet paper writing the sacred admonishments for the Holy Emperor, and he flushed every last one of them down the sewer. Surely it was a sign of his approval. Now allow me to recite the first chapter of Sacred Admonishments, me and the art of toilet maintenance. You seem quite loyal. I have always been the Holy Emperor's most faithful follower. Without a single traitor thought, upon seeing you, I knew at once the Holy Emperor meant to grace me with his warmth. Ah, he was truly a benevolent god. I knew I was right all along. This guy. No, this one is the lost cause. Time for the next one. Ah, okay. Barrel of Secrets. As you get closer to the road, toilet suddenly flushes in unison. The sound is like the roar of a high-powered engine. Oh, still not talking? What a tough human. First of all, I'm an orc, not a human. And second of all, you didn't even ask. Oops, my bad. I was just filling with my latest wonder gadgets and secrets. Almost forgot what I was doing. Now talk. What is your mission on the Toilet Imperium? Golden Toilet Son? Do not answer my question with another... Wait, another human? Knights in the toilet seat, seize him! Next thing you know, you're tied to the very center of the toilet row. The whole thing happened too fast for the eye to see, leaving you no chance to even resist. I love the cutaway humor. It's so good. How did we go from solving a murder mystery to being confined to toilets to going through random... Lesson learned, don't go through random doors. You don't know where you're going to end the fuck up. I love this. This is so good. There's just something about crackers and hot soup that just hits different. Allow me to entertain you myself. You should feel honored. Now confess the sins you have committed against all toilets. Now you see what I've been dealing with. Feel that wind whistling in your ears? Confess and then cry your little heart out and tell me all your secrets. Oh. To withstand such terror and G-force of foot, you tell me that old geezer emperor didn't send you, did he? You should know what you should know why I'm here. Where did that old man find such a fearsome human? If my little secret gets discovered, it's all over for me. And for some reason, I'm actually growing attached to this warmth. No, this can't be happening. My loyalty to the Imperium must please tell His Majesty not to worry. As for you, you've proven that you're a human of pure heart. Ever since you have committed against toilets, they are hereby pardoned. Why am I able to hear a toilets and thoughts? Oh well, this illusion's complete. We really are a raccoon, aren't we? First trash cans, now toilets. Praise be to Toilet Stratagems, our shepherd. That's right, I'm the greatest operating Imperium. Learn my system, and you'll have it me. Toilet son? Well, look what we have here, a human and a new face. Do not underestimate my information network. My information network. You're the human from another world, am I right? Every young toilet grows up reading bathroom stories like this. A brave human bathed in golden light will emerge from the pipes to bring unprecedented change to the world of toilets. But now I'm the only one who's changed this Imperium. Under my operation, every toilet will have countless air fresheners and an endless supply of toilet paper. It's all about standardized production, kid. Look at these orderly stalls. One day I'll expand them to 500. This will be known as the second toilet Imperium. So come work for me, human. Whatever Emperor offered you, I'll double it. And if I say no? Well, that's a shame. I was really hoping we wouldn't have to do this. You see, this is what happens to humans who refuse to enjoy the good life and try to disrupt the system. They spend the rest of their days in a prison cell. You want more from me? I'll have to beat you up myself and toss you in jail. Sir, the last time you challenged someone to a one-on-one fight, you nearly had your lid knocked clean off, remember? It's fine. My greatest assets are my thick skin and my open mind. If I don't sit up to face this foe, who will? Very well. I accept your offer. You what? You're actually willing to work for me? I never thought it'd be this easy. Well then, your first has to declare your submission to Call of Returns by sitting on me. Whoa! What is this warmth? It reminds me of my late mother and the wonderful family we once had. Take all my toy and all my toys. I'll give my portrait man in my dreams. If only I could save it just a little longer. I can finish the sentimental speech you gave and walk away in disgust. Oh, you've accomplished it so quickly! Perhaps you are better suited to rule the Grand Commodes than I am. But among the Grand Commodes, the most important is all my firstborn, my favorite child, Toilet of Dominion. He's currently on an expedition to the frontiers behind me. Be careful, the 4 wicked toilets there are masters of manipulation. Where we're moving, you'll fall into the trap. I fear my eldest son may have already. If he has truly been bewitched, I will leave his fate in your hands. Steamy. Instead it will be a shattered cup. No, a call to arms is more direct. I have brought you your father's love. Love, how did a tyrant speak of love? He treats us like tools, just like a human who only sits on a toilet when they need to use it. See those 4 toilets in the stalls? Each one is talented, brilliant, and knows just what to say. They love me more than my own father ever did. I feel the warmth of a family with them every day. Can a heartless visit give me that kind of warmth? Besides, I see the truth now. The welfare of all toilets is built upon exploitation of humans. His entire imperium is a complete lie. Only a glorious rebellion can wash away all this filth. Am I going to save this nation from the hands of a tyrant? Then let the bathrooms burn! Rebellion is never the answer. This warmth feels so real. Father, your love was always there for me. I finally understood the sacrifices you made. I was once a fool and dreamed of rebellion, but now my only wish is to honor you, Father. Don't worry, son. From now on, we'll never be apart. What a pair, father, son. Oh, well, at least I can make it back to my original world safely. Sincere congratulations. Hold up, why are these 4 here? Oh, they said they prepared a gift for you, Your Majesty. Please look. Oh, Zhongshan. What a wild and crazy plot. I heard you fell into the Golden Confessional, so I gathered a few people to stick out near the throne. Sure enough, you came bursting out not long after. From the symptoms, you must have overdosed on bad jokes or got tangled up in some abandoned script. It took 3 large glasses of high-quality comedy on ice to bring you back to your senses. Anyway, be more careful next time. With so many jokes floating around the tavern, who knows which one might turn out to be true. Not a rabbit hole. Otherworldly hero of the Toilet Kingdom, mission complete. No! No, I don't want to talk to... God damn it! Well, if this is my favorite old pal, come sit closer. What can I get you to drink? To be sure, now your friend Sample's treating. You can't be here just to see. Give me the... by the way, I heard... So you called me over a card game? Drink it. Looking back at the origins of the Cosmicon Collective, it started as a means to settle disputes, no matter how ridiculous the debate, like whether Nanook could be solo killed by a pressure cooker. They could always reach a conclusion to a game. But once victory gets monopolized by a certain party, the game loses all its fun and vitality. The strong stays strong and the weak stays weak. Nobody's going to keep playing a game like that, and unfortunately that's exactly the crisis our community is facing now that the evil dragons have taken over Dimension City. I mean all players in the community out there are calling for a true Dragon Slayer. Me. That's right. We need a rising star who will start as a gaming rookie. He will make his mark, go through the ranks, overcome challenges, and ultimately defeat all 4 evil dragons that have made their nests here. And so people will finally realize, the possibility of victory has been in their own hands all along. Let me introduce you to those 4 evil dragons. According to the Cosmicon Collective Forum, the four evil dragons are each strongest fighters in their respective divisions. Kendor, the Elder of Dual Dimension City. Demon Hunter Magical Middle Age of Gravity Academy. Umbral, the reigning man of Dovebrook District. We fought him! Singfar, the antiquated scholar of World's End Tavern. These four folks pack quite a punch, I tell you. Don't underestimate them, not even for a second. So, Cosmic Collective Operator, I don't think you need to rush into defeating these four right away. Just like how a Dragon Slayer needs proper gear, you can grow stronger by battling different folks before challenging the mighty ones. Whether it comes to getting stronger, you're more qualified to speak than me. Hey, Operator, why don't you do it yourself? First off, if I, as the Operator, were to completely wipe the floor with these four powerhouses, the combat-focused players watching would just assume I must have used some special tricks rather than winning through pure skill. Besides, for something that requires this much plot armor, you're the only one I can turn to. Well, if I have the time. Fantastic. I know we could count on you, old pal. Now that we've made our decisions, we need to let these four evil dragons know about it. And more importantly, get the whole player community's attention. Let's post a challenge for Boba Gossip right away. Legend of the Cosmic Collective. I think we've already beaten one of them. And we are already getting messages here too. Goodness, thank you for this wretched life you've given me, long enough to take down my final prey. Grant me but a moment in this world. I, Kendor, have already slumbered a lifetime away. Thank you for waking me up. If not for your arrival, I fear I would have been lost to the eternal sleep for good. I am the one they call Elder, and I will show you the face of true demise. Come find me. It's the final prey I've been waiting for. Oh, God. Okay, one thing at a time. That Trailblaze mission's done. We get more stuff. We can start to roll on like automatically. Right, I still need to do my... I got... Okay. No! Here. Let's just do this real quick. It'll give me a chance to eat anyways.
I choose you.
Mountains move. Kraken, rise!
Immolating my death.
We can do anything.
Can't wait anymore.
Attack detected.
It all dies. So beautiful. Etched in your bones.
You can do it.
You want to betray me? Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze!
We can do anything.
Fight to live! Can't wait anymore. It all dies. So beautiful. Set the seas ablaze. Fight to live. Set the seas ablaze.
Soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Fight to live.
Man. I think I've done pretty well for myself as a free-to-play player with Star Rail, honestly.
Fight to live. Set the seas ablaze. Immolating my death.
You just
Like, it's kind of hard to believe I actually have two very well-rounded teams. At the very least, to help pass the endgame content finally. But who knows how long that'll last until everything gets power crept again. I'm just going to enjoy the ride while I still have it. Alright, all that's done. Now... we got a lot of side missions to do. But let's old man, you finally showed up. Been waiting ages for you. Whoa, you brought 2 big shots with you? What an honor. Let me introduce you to Miss Himes. Her job is helping reformed ex-criminals regenerate into society. Don't say ex-criminal. Reformed individual sounds much better. Sure, they might be a bunch of rotten watermelons, but wanting to turn over a new leaf is a good thing. Ooh, excuse me. I wish it would have just said going seedless. That would have been so much better. Oh, me and my mind. Because of her work, Miss Hines is very familiar with the dark side of Planet Arcadia. You could say she's a walking encyclopedia of crime, so I consulted her about the whereabouts of those parts. Look who's talking, criminal encyclopedia. This old geezer doesn't know how to hold his tongue. Back to the point. I've looked at the materials you gave me. How should I put this? I'm not convinced that the Millennium Killer's goal is doing business. Unlike organic life forms, the parts I would imagine that might actually be of use are usually those with special functions like fangs, claws, fire sacs, or venom glands. Would you look at these parts? Would you look at the parts this person peeled? Limbs and faces aside, he takes spectacles, bow ties, cowlicks. Who'd even want that? It makes zero market sense. Imagine this. An evil millionaire splurges on a black market bow tie and attests it to themselves. It doesn't seem like something any sane person would do. Can't really rule out that there are lunatics like that out there. That's beyond me. I only understand greedy bastards, not mentally unstable lunatics. But the peeled parts of the victims contain a lot of wish power, right? Just like our baby Joy, those eyes of hers contain 90% of her total wish power. If they were only after wish power, they could steal, rob, or scam, but committing a capital crime for such a small amount of wish power, they are taking a huge risk for very little return. So it's probably not for profit. I get what you mean. Thank you for your help, Miss Himes. Of course, we can catch you guys soon. Lone free rider. Mr. Ashfield, the Millennium Killer won't come after me, right? I'm just starting to make a name for myself. I can't have my life cut short like this. Don't worry, at Lone Free Rider, the Millennium Killer won't notice you anytime soon. Let me introduce Lone Free Rider. He's been hanging around Dover District for years, and he's a future superstar. He knows the entertainment industry behind-the-scenes secrets at the back of his hand, and might give us some leads that even the Department of Operation Defense hasn't picked up on. Hey, Mr. Detective, are you picking on me on purpose? With a mega superstar like me right here, why would you need to ask anyone else about the behind-the-scenes secrets? Come on, don't say that. You're a top-tier superstar, and he's top-tier in the other direction. When it comes to that market, Lone Free Rider definitely knows better than you. He's the ultimate grassroots expert. What kind of compliment was that? Anyway, forget it. I've looked into the list he gave me. There's a very subtle connection between these people. I wonder if you notice it. Everyone's been killed. Very perceptive. You get a cookie. Every single one of them only rose to fame this year, in 1999. None of them have been famous for more than a year. Also, all the victims were newbies. No, all the victims were late bloomers just like me. So that guy won't target me, right, Mr. Ashfield? You'll definitely catch a Millennium Killer, won't you? Cut to the chase first. What do you mean by late bloomer? These victims started their careers way back. Some of them even debuted in the 70s. It was only this year that they suddenly became popular. Actually, I didn't get many fans until this year as well. After decades in the industry, as a nobody finally achieving overnight success through years of accumulated effort and being a late bloomer, such life stories are actually quite rare. And now, everyone on this victim list is like this. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps. This is pretty creepy. That reminds me, I discovered by chance the Millennium Killer only takes the parts that resonate most with the audience. People online keep saying my little duck lips are cute. What if that makes me excited for the Millennium Killer? Mr. Ashfield, everybody's scared. You'll catch him, right? Don't worry, at Lone Free Rider. You won't get hurt. We've got your back. Oh, we can fight you in duo dice. Might as well.
What do you think, Chief?
Come Collective. Let's go. No, I'm going second. What better way than to get rid of all the brutality of murder than a little dice game? Oh, God. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, 12 damage right off the bat. Ow! Okay. Oh, that was... There we go. I'm ignoring your defense. Guess what? Get smacked into the face. Oh! Oh, and it keeps it! Oh, that's gross. That's so gross. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness I had a nice, decently high roll. I only lost 8 out of that. But I don't think I'm surviving next turn. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow. Wow! I got no reroll wise. Damn it. Well, at least that's a decent amount of damage. Hiya. Alright. Oh, he gets the max fucking wow. Freaking 18. Oh, thank fuck. I only take 2 damage. Somehow. Ow. Okay. Oh wow. Alright. I hate to do this, but I have to get rid of my... Okay. Almost there. Come on! Did I get it? Yeah! Yes! We win. Ooh. That was a nail biter. Somehow pulled it off, though. Explosions.
This
Nice.
is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
Yeah, I'm not worried about fighting right now.
Strategy.
Oh, there's a tunnel that we can explore too. And there's a stagnant shadow.
Looks good. We need a strategy.
Okay. It's a tunnel. We're going through the tunnel first. Yeah. Aww. Aww. Yay! I can't end up in here. I thought there might have been a little secret in there, maybe. There's that, though. Oh, I see. Easy. Oh! Didn't notice anything else, so... Yeah. I think that was everything? Maybe? Oh! We haven't been here before. And now we're just exploring rooftops. There we go. Fire and arrow, you know the drill. Oh, okay, there's no way to... I thought there might have been a little bit more to that. Aha. What is the obsession with sword masters clashing atop roof tiles in movies? In reality, there are no heroes and nobody actually fights them. Movies are a curious thing, aren't they? Movies are the doorway to another realm. Pigeon's POV. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, cool. We've been collecting a lot of coins lately. Oh, I saw you! If the vending machine doesn't dispense, then please give it a kick. There used to be a whisper here reminding people not to kick even if it eats your money, so naturally everyone kicked it twice. A stupefying ray. Alright, cool. What's this? Clipping of the Herald of Death incident. A clipping assembled from various fragments of old newspapers covered in hastily underlined and scribbled annotations. Supplicants run amok. Ceremony stained with blood. What lies ahead for the Phantasm Moon Games? On July 22nd, year 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, a supplicant entered Graphia Academy, using the school as a starting point. The perpetrator murdered 22 students preparing for the anniversary celebration. Before advancing towards the Dobrook district, rampage resulted in a total of 146 casualties among innocent citizens, with hundreds more caught in the crossfire, with most suffering secondary trauma directly or indirectly. The victims have been rushed to various major hospitals across the aforementioned city for emergency treatment. Note: the terror of the populace has provided a massive surge in wish power to the supplicant known as the Herald of Death. This immense path energy is now concentrated within a past drive, blessed by a mask of elation. The Department of Apparition Defense has issued a statement confirming the successful suspension of out-of-control supplicant. Several supplicants died during the operation to take down the Herald of Death, and thus this round of Phantasm Games may be forced to shut down. Note: the IPC's records are frustratingly vague about the Herald of Death's abilities and how it was taken down. Reasons unknown. Reverie Under the Shadow of Fear. Recently, the program Please Be Happy, launched by Seafield TV, has caused a massive stir throughout Planet Arcadia. Some viewers claim that seeing victims move beyond their past and face the future is proof that Planet Arcadia is finally stepping out from the shadow of the bloodstained games and towards a new beginning. However, others argue that this practice, akin to tearing open the wounds of the Herald of Death survivors for public consumption, is a symptom of a growing sickness within Planet Arcadia. These critics suggest the public doesn't truly care if the victims find happiness. Rather, they are simply those using those smiles as a tool to conquer their own deep-seated fears. Note, Seafield TV has since been restructured into Full Wish TV. An execution long overdue. On July 22nd, year 1994, the Arcadian calendar, the Department of Aberration Events announced that the death sentence for the Herald of Death was carried out today. However, this decade-late execution has done little to quell public resentment toward the Interstellar Peace Corporation. Protests of varying scales have broken out across the mentioned city, Seafield City, and several other regions. The IPC resident overseer has yet to issue a response regarding the arrest, so Seafield City is probably somewhere we're going to be exploring later on. 10 years have passed since the Herald of Death incident, and Planet Arcadia has entered a period of peace and tranquility rarely seen in a century. Even so, the terror and unease brought by the Herald of Death still lingers like a dark, oppressive shadow over people's hearts. Survivors burdened by the pain of their survival took their own lives, as the orphans of the blood-stained games became scars etched into Planet Arcadia. People are terrified of a supplicant who could claim their lives in an instant, but also feared the Interstellar Peace Corporation that views everything as mere numbers and assets. Note, the ambiguity with which the IPC managed the aftermath of the Herald of Death incident may be evidence of a deeper entanglement to the incident than previously disclosed. Ugh. Ugh. We're just finding more and more bits of lore dump here and there, and they are not painting anything in a good light right now, I'll say that much. Jeez. Okay. Oh, we can go to the Fantasman Courtyard on our own. Don't think there's a lot to do in the tavern as of yet. Oh, some of this stuff might be unlocked for us to go through finally. But no overbearing missions at the very least. At least not yet. Okay. We'll talk to Sailorman. Asheville, you're here, and you too. Since it's our first meeting, I'm Sailorman, a staff member at the Noble East Department Store Sales Division. This guy's my drinking buddy. You might have met before, but he's a total drunkard. He's usually not this sober after work hours, so he probably doesn't remember whether he's seen you or not. Give me a break. How else am I supposed to survive that job without a drink or two? I wish you could drink on the job. Look up around heavy machinery. Outside of work, I'm also the president of the fan club for the wrestler Senna Scissorkick. About a month ago, Miss Senna was killed by the Millennium Killer. She was an orc, and that part that the murder took from her was her ears. Someone's been a devoted fan for ages. Maybe he can give us a fresh perspective. I'm definitely an OG fan. I've been following Miss Senna since her first match in 1983. Through all these years, even when her career was just lukewarm, I stayed loyal. Miss Senna's ears used to be just like any other orcs, but then she suddenly went into seclusion for a month, claiming she was undergoing spiritual training when she finally emerged. It was easier for her to transform into adorable cat ears, just like a light paws. She told us back then it was a result of spiritual training. When your spirit grows, your body responds accordingly. I guess that growth really did pay out, but because of Miss Senna quickly... Oh god. But just a few months later, she was murdered, and the cat ears she had earned through spiritual training were stolen by the despicable killer. Seems I feel like this was fate's cruel joke. Could it be that the very training she took to make herself stronger ended up leading to her death instead? It hurts just thinking about it. Don't think like that. She died because someone evil killed her, not because she did anything wrong. She once bloomed with your support. What a shame I couldn't do more for her. Asheville, you'll catch Millennium Killer, right? It may not be me who catches them, but it definitely won't get away. That's all I needed to hear, my freaking buddy. Ah. You've been quiet for a while. You still hanging in there? Miss Roy, get back to your body. That should help you hold on a bit longer. Don't take this the wrong way, Miss Joy, but there's nothing you can do here. Just return to your body. There's no need to put yourself through this pain. Detective, you don't get it at all. Under that bridge right now, Joy's fans are all gathered waiting for news about her. How can an idol possibly waste away and die in front of their own fans? Sorry, I didn't think this through. Thank you. I'll take a nap now. If I don't wake up, please tell my fans that my eyes are actually the result of plastic surgery. I keep it to myself just to satisfy a small, selfish bit of vanity. Such fake eyes, yet they've gathered 90% of my wish power. How ironic. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be beautiful. Of course, the only one who did wrong was the Millennium Killer. Oh, but the laughter! This is absolutely amazing! Sparksy, have you lost your humanity? Joy's life is hanging, my friend. You're here celebrating? Oh, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I mean, Joy, who said you weren't helping? You've been a huge help. Now everything finally makes sense. Now you get what I mean. What the heck? I totally get it now. What exactly did you two get? Now we finally arrive at the thrilling deduction. How did the Millennium Killer gain access to the victim's private rooms? And why commit such a string of brutal crimes? And most importantly, who exactly are they? All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting. Who on earth are you talking to? Forget it, you wouldn't understand. Let's just get on with the deduction already. When investigating cases like this, we usually start by looking for commonalities between the victims. The most obvious common point between these people is that they're all part of the entertainment industry. But according to Miss Kuchiba's intel, these people don't seem to have any mutual friends. This might suggest that what connects them lies beneath the surface. We should have gotten enough clues about that by now, haven't we? These victims started their careers way back. Some of them even debuted in the 70s. It was only this year that they suddenly became popular. Miss Tennessee used to be just like any other Oryx, but then she suddenly went into seclusion for a month, claiming she was undergoing spiritual training. When she finally emerged, those Ethers had somehow transformed into adorable cat ears, just like a light paws. If I don't wake up, please tell my fans that my eyes are actually a result of plastic surgery. So the clues are crystal clear for now. The hidden connection between the victims is... they've all had plastic surgery. That's I believe all these victims may have had plastic surgeries. Joy just admitted to us, and seeing a sister claims she changed the shape of her ears through spiritual training. It's way too ridiculous even to plan Arcadia. It's probably just an excuse she made up for herself. That's only two of them. We can't come to conclusions, can we? True, but there's another interesting point. Although they started their careers at different times, all the victims suddenly had a turn of luck this year and began making their mark in the entertainment industry. Something must have happened that suddenly changed these people's destinies this year. Just like Setta's sister Kik, who shot to fame after transforming her cat ears. The entertainment industry is notoriously unforgiving. Though people often claim to value talent over appearance, it usually looks that determine who rises to the top. Even comedians must have to funny look to make it. For now, this deduction is enough to convince me. We'll see later if it really holds up. So the next question is, how did the Millennium Killer gain access to the victim's private rooms? Based on our current train of thought, we should be able to solve this problem easily. All the crime scenes were in the victim's own territory, their homes, studios, private lounges, yet there were absolutely no signs of forced entry. Here's the weird part, none of the victims told any of their friends or family that they were expecting a visitor that day. She told us back then it was a result of spiritual training. When your spirit grows, your body responds accordingly. I kept it to myself just to satisfy a small, selfish bit of vanity. The Millennium Killer was able to waltz right up to the victim's private rooms because... the victims were hiding something. The victims were hiding something. All these victims targeted by the Millennium Killer had their own reasons to conceal the fact that they underwent cosmetic surgeries. So when the Millennium Killer used this as a pretext to visit the victims' private rooms, the victims wouldn't tell anyone about it. This was probably exactly what the Millennium Killer had anticipated. Judging from the timeline, the Millennium Killer probably used post-surgery checkup as an excuse. This way the victims wouldn't be suspicious and wouldn't tell anyone around them about the Millennium Killer's identity. Based on this deduction, we're now down to the easiest question. Who exactly is a Millennium Killer? The Millennium Killer is obviously the plastic surgeon. Without a doubt, the Millennium Killer was the plastic surgeon all these victims had in common. Since everyone kept quiet about their cosmetic surgeries, the surgeon managed to escape investigation from the Department of Operation Defense. But now this killer can't escape her pursuit. Now we have one crucial question. What was the Millennium Killer trying to accomplish with all this? Motives aren't something you can solve by deduction alone. Half the time, people don't even know what they do, why they do it. However, based on the clues we've gathered so far, we might be able to piece together an answer. What is the Millennium Killer trying to achieve by murdering, imagining, and peeling parts from them? I'm not a fiend who takes lives for the sake of it. What I really care about has always been the parts that I peeled. As for their deaths, they are merely byproducts of the process, only in themselves simply for being too weak. That reminds me, I discovered by chance the Millennium Killer only takes parts that resonate most with the audience. When you look at these parts a person peeled, limbs and faces aside, he takes spectacles, bow ties, cowlicks. To savor delicacies. Okay, that was... Really? I thought my first answer was more appropriate to stitch the parts onto themselves. Miss Himes is right. The spectacles, bow ties, and colors may be useless parts for an average person, but for the Millennium Killer, these popular parts from the celebrities are priceless. I'm afraid the Millennium Killer wants to stitch up all these popular parts onto themselves. It's hard to imagine a Millennium Killer's true intention. To become the most popular imaginee? To transform into the most powerful imaginee? Or something far more mundane? Perhaps they simply want to absorb the wish power contained in these parts. Either way, this killer is a complete lunatic. So now we're gonna stop him. At this point, we should contact the Department of Aberration Defense. With their expertise, they should be able to quickly identify this plastic surgeon. We needn't risk confronting the culprit ourselves anymore. But I just tried to put myself in the Millennium Killer's POV. I know I can't kill Joy. Leaving that loose end alive will jeopardize my future plans. Unless the Millennium Killer has no further plans on committing crimes. I didn't even remove Joy's eyes, but I'm unable to kill her directly with everyone watching. The safest approach will be to make her my last victim. It looks like whatever the Millennium Killer plans to do with Joy's eyes, time is running out. The killer's about to carry out the final step. We'll have to track down the culprit ourselves. Let's work on both fronts. We'll notify the Department of Aberration Defense while taking action ourselves. Now we need to find @Lone Free Rider. He's probably got the scoop on where the celebrities get their plastic surgeries done. There we go. Mr. Astro, where are you back? No, don't tell me the accused have to be no. Oh no, you have to protect me, Mr. Astro. I told you no one's trying to kill you. Time's short, so answer quickly. Where do you usually get cosmetic surgeries? I usually go to Campbell Imaginary Surgery. It's a top plastic surgery clinic in Plan Arcadia. Pricey, but the results are incredible. Not the premier clinic. I need somewhere secret and private, a place that won't leave any records. What options do I have? So, Miss Sparksy struggles with that as well. However, as you know, because we Imaginary are so malleable, the law mandates that all our cosmetic surgeries are documented. But for the sake of their image, persona, self-esteem, vanity, and all that messy stuff, most people don't want others to know about this. Apparently, some Imaginary clinics secretly offer underground cosmetic services. Don't tell anyone I told you, but there's a top-rated clinic in our circle. They're highly skilled, reasonably priced, and their legitimate medical services are excellent, too. It's called Easel Clinic. No! Really? The doctor from the beginning? Oh, shoot. Wow. Let's split into two teams. One will contact the Department of Aberration Defense to organize police forces for the rest. The other will head straight to Easel's house. We can't let him escape no matter what. Alright, so who's gonna block the door? Just saying, I'm not too keen on having to face off some serial killer. Ms. Kuchiba has authorized you to investigate the case, so you should be the one to confront the suspect directly. So the question about which one of us contacts the Aberration Defense, but rather who chooses his companion. Dang it, to think we're leaving the choices look gray head. Whatever, you can pick who you want, but I'm not keen to confront a serial killer. Come on, you're supposed to be a top pass trader. Don't tell me you're scared of a serial killer. It's not about my capabilities. I don't wish to talk to a creep. It's so gross. Don't worry about her. It's your call. Who do you want to team over to catch the Millennium Killer? I'll go with Sparksy. You heartless, evil, stinky raccoon! I told you I didn't want to go, but you just had to drag me along. Fine, I'll humor you this time. Proceed with caution. I'll contact Miss Kuchiba and meet up with you later. Alright, the detective's out to Miss Kuchiba. Time for us to teach the Millennium Killer. Let's head off now. Leave? Where are we heading? I told you, I have social anxiety. No way I'm meeting a serial killer in person. But don't worry, we should reserve our own way of doing things. We might not be as efficient as Mr. Detective, but we're definitely more entertaining. What are you up to? I don't have strong moral principles as Mr. Detective. Our goal is to just get Baby Joy's eyes back, not to bring the Millennium Killer to justice. Now I've got a deliciously devious plan. Different competition isn't my style, after all. The internet stage is where I truly shine. Let me think about how to execute this devious plan. Aha! Come on! Let's head back to your Phobocom headquarters. Oh god. Yes, I went with the chaotic option. Hey, I'm about to make a post. Help me pin it and boost on the back end. Make it quick. I've got a bad feeling about this. Don't worry, your instincts are right. Let me show you just how to deal with bad guys using the power of the internet. Oh, 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 oh. Why? How's my post? Pretty provocative, conversation worthy, super entertaining. It's hellish. Everyone loves hellish jokes, but in recent years the joke part has been getting more and more insignificant. By the way, which part do you support? I'm just protecting Joy's eyes. Don't worry, I'll pull some strings behind the scenes. Oh. Wow, look, the Innocents are already fighting. This is awesome. Come on, let's hit the streets and start some more drama. What are you gonna use? Are you gonna solve this using the internet? Remember? Oh. Remember, there's are real people behind those screens. Stirring them up directly will make things go viral much faster. Baseball Raccoon and Sparksy doing street interviews is going to be trending in the next 10 minutes. Don't look at me like that. I'm only doing this to solve the Millennium Killer case. For such an evil, heinous villain, nothing is better than having the victim take revenge themselves. And I just gave you spirits a chance at revenge. Stop dawdling. Time to stir up some drama. Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's still early.
Turning to my streamer situation, these folks over there would be the perfect publicity. Let's go chat with them. Hey there, cutie. Mind if I ask you a few questions? I'm Baseball Raccoon. Oh. Oh my god. She is so adorable. Oh, and she fainted. Or he fainted. How can anyone not know who I am? Oh, come on, Gray Hair. Don't take her words so seriously. Wait! I'm confused now! Let's go find someone else to hype this up. Who are you? Don't play dumb. You're the head of Furocom. You planned this whole thing, didn't you? My hands are starting to have a mind of their own. My nose is twitching too. Stop it now! Are you the Millennium Killer? You don't even know who I am, do you? That's funny. You don't even know who I am, and yet you're willing to go this far. As for your contact info, I mean, a couple of these contact info is all publicly available. How did you not know that? Subjects, in your terms, I'll give you anything you want. There's no need to be so cruel. My colors are pointing in a weird direction. Don't be like this. Just as I expected. You made the parts that Killer collected attack each other. Nice, you catch on quick. In human terms, this is called a transplant rejection. Just as we deduced earlier, the Millennium Killer really did stitch all those parts onto themselves. I don't know their reason. I'm not interested in understanding a psycho's thought process. But I do know a thing or two about basic principles of imagining. These parts were originally the popular ones from different celebrities with no real compatibility between them. Not that they've all been stitched together in a single entity. I doubt they've had time to get along with each other yet, right? Now that I fanned the flames, these parts will tear each other apart as wage a civil war on the Millennium Killer. How gloriously brutal. Alright, enough of the boring technical explanations. We should continue inciting civil war. The Sparksy hater? I have put. Oh. You have haters? In this world, there are only Sparksheads and Sparksheads in denial. These so-called haters just want my attention, that's all. What's the percent you're pulling online again? Don't you think this behavior is really tacky? Have you ever thought about how the victims' families would feel? Well, you make a good point. But keep it a few harsh words at maximum. There really isn't any need to write an essay about it. Seriously, sing out drama for clout, and the lady does whatever it takes. Oh my god. Get in line. My glasses and hairpin are beefing. My hair is tangled around my nose. One plank. My thumbs are twitching. Heart tapping. Stop it. Please. Oh god. That's what your victim said too. I'm in the Department of Aberration Defense. I'll turn myself in. My teeth and eyelashes are having a fight. Let me go. Ooh. What am I feeling? Maximum damage ham crushed lime tea. I'll go with maximum damage. Distinguished premium member. What's the difference between the stores? Well, there's much of a difference, but in today's era, pursuing individuality, Dreamless Coffee is about to take a managerial approach. By then, every shop will have its own signature flavor, its own rules, its own regulars. Medium, large, and extra large will have to large, extra large, and super mega large. Fantasy Beginnings Yellow Peach Ice Cream Flow. That looks delicious. That looks so delicious. Should have some achievement stuff too. Fathom the Infallible. Arcadia Souvenir. Open to Plan Arcadia Treasures 120 times. Poetry Anthology. Collect any one piece of the Floating Grease Chronicles. Pigeons POV. Unit to player jump at Dover. Reach a high platform overlooking the streets. Cool. Time for Whispers. Infiltrate the CEO's conference room. Not a rabbit hole. Return safely from the throne of Golden Confessional and change the destiny of an empire. 8 men. Speak with the gatekeeper at the tavern. And Exteriors Premium Member, become a member of any store in Dual Dimension City. Oh, cool. We have been getting a lot of stuff. Speaking of stuff. Sad to say the drop rates are only for Evernight, Icelands, and Black Swan. So there's no rush in trying to do any of this. Unless we wanted to push for more Saber stuff, but that'd be pretty much it. Oh! We got enough of these to get. Oh, hell yeah. Take that. Every exchange isn't resetting for another week. And we use the ball or gift of Stardust for the Vim Invader and the Sparkling, which is pretty cool costume changes, if I do say so myself. Nice! A balloon furbo! Treasure location you can use indefinitely after use. One basic treasure location will be displayed on Planet Arcadia maps. Cool. Furbo freebies. Submit all the money! You know, I think this is going to be for superimposing the light cone. Oh. That's a phone wallpaper. Never mind. I thought that was a light cone. Or will that be for later when we're trying to... It's also a Trailblaze mission reward? Hold on. I'm curious. Okay, there's... Alright. So it's something that we're just collecting on the fly and we don't have any... There's no use for it yet, but it's assumed it's going to be for getting our elation levels up there. Oh. Publish you. Nice. We'll worry about the commotion later. For right now, how long have I been recording, by the way? It hasn't been only near 4 hours, right? There's no way. Oh no, we've been going for near 7 hours. Holy shit. Okay. Can we? I learned my lesson last time. Let me just restart the stream real fast. So give me just a sec, guys.